What is up, guys? For this video, we're going to be looking at the EMEA Regionals and how I think each participant is going to do and my predictions for each match for the group stage. It's going to be a different kind of format from what I'm usually doing on the channel, but hope you guys enjoy. First match, it looks like it's going to be Barbar Binks versus Zalek, or Finbar as you guys know him. Looking at the schedule here. Barbar Binks versus Zalek, probably the first match. For this one, I'm not too familiar with Cizalek. I know this is going to be a huge match for Finn's momentum, though, because after the first match, if the World Cup site is correct, he doesn't play until the last two matches of the day. So if he does lose this match, it could definitely carry over into these last two. So I am thinking that I think Finbar would like to get off to a good start here, and I will probably just end up taking Finbar here. As for the score, I'm not too familiar with this player. Does anybody know if he's a moving or no moving or NMPZ player? I guess we can just look at his profile, maybe. Looks like he plays a variety of different things. He's got kind of moving, no move, NMPZ as well. So yeah, what do I want to go with here? I will say Finbar takes it. So I think strengths and weaknesses of each player. From what I know of Finbar, he is quite good at region guessing within countries. But I don't know if his country streak knowledge, and I know he has a good deal of copyrights, different car metas, stuff like that. But I don't know if he has that vibe factor to him. Where he can just vibe out countries, especially rural ones. I feel like on the world map, or on the map that they're going to use, it's probably not going to be affect as much. And I would say his moving is okay from what I've seen from his YouTube videos. So I will probably either do a 2-0 or 2-1 Finbar here. Let's just put it at 2-1 for now, because I think Finbar, maybe it's just a 2-0 actually. I'll say Finbar 2-0. I think he wins moving as well. I think he's a bit better of a moving player, and ones where we can't really find info. He's very good at region guessing within countries, so 4-1, I think a 2-0 is possible. So I think a Finbar 2-0 could be in order here. I don't hate that. And I think Finbar gets off to a good start. Cons is here. I think versus Alok, I think Cons is obviously the heavy favorite going into the tournament in general. I mean, he's the World Cup champion 2023. I'm not too familiar with Alok's game. And I was watching Oscar's video earlier, and I kind of agree. I don't really know if Alex haven't been playing. He's not really grinding comp. And, I'm pretty confident that Consus can take a moving game. And in no move, I think Consus is just really good. So I just predict a Consus 2-0 here. I think starting off with 2-2-0s makes sense to me. Alec versus Cizalek, I don't know too much about both of these players. Alec's obviously an OG of the community. He knows a lot of things. But yeah, he doesn't really grind comp, as you can see. 53 moving duels, 50 total no-move duels. So not as much, and he only has 9K completed games. But obviously, he has that experience. He's been in the community for a long time. I think this could be a close match, actually. But I think Cizalek might take it here. And I'll go Cizalek 2-1. So 2-0, 2-0, 2-1. Ponsis versus Cizalek. I think it's just the world champ diff. We're just going to take the world champ. I think Consus is probably better in moving than Cizalek based off of what Ziggy said. And I don't know. No move, obviously, it can be a toss-up, but I think Consus will just get the 2-0. So between Finbar and Alec, I feel like this is going to be a very chalk group for me because I think I know who I want to put on top. Obviously, I think the middle is between Barbar Binks and Cizalek here. And I think Barbar Binks can win this, but I think Alok takes a game. And it's going to be a 2-1. And I think Finbar wins in NMPZ. So let's go with 2-1. And then Consus versus Barbar Binks. I will probably have to take Consus here. I think Consus's moving skill is definitely probably better, I would say. And he knows basically everything. He just knows Kabupatins, probably Filipino provinces. I don't really play much with the lad, but I just know from just watching him play, his game skill in general, he's just very good at memorization and knowing things like that. So I will probably Have to go Consus with the moving game. I think Finbar could win a no-move game, but I'd probably give the edge to Consus regardless. So I will take a Consus 2-0. So that's a pretty clear-cut group. So Consus will be first in the group, in my opinion. Finbar second, Sizalek third, Alak fourth. So Sizalek will be in that last chance game. B group here. Armani versus Ricky Beast. I think Armani definitely has strengths. He's not the strongest moving player. I'm definitely familiar with his game. He has a lot of strengths though, like US he's very good at, I would say. I think he definitely has been practicing a lot of Indonesia as well as Brazil. So I think he's improved in those two countries as well. He's a pretty well-rounded player, I would say. Ricky Beast is relatively unknown for me. I've played him in comp a few times, but I honestly just can't remember. He is level 181. He's grinded. And he has 17k completed games. I mean, I think he's definitely a dark horse in the tournament, I would say, because there's really no pressure on him to perform. I feel like a lot of the non-Portuguese speaking community doesn't really know Ricky Beast that well. I think he could definitely take the moving game off of Armani. Do I think Armani can pull it out in no move and NMPZ back to back? I think it's definitely possible. Armani's pretty good at NMPZ, I would say. No move will be interesting. I will take Armani 2-1. Sorry. As I think Ricky Beast wins the moving game. Debre Topotic here. This is going to be a good match because I think both of them have their strengths. I think Debre's just knowledge in general is overarching. In terms of, like, he said he's been studying US area codes or whatever. I think this could be a very, very close contested match. And I think Topotic can win. So this one's really a coin toss for me. I'm not sure which way I want to go. I think I will take a Debre 2-1. But I could easily see Topotic winning this 2-1. Topotic versus Ricky Beast. I think this could be a potential upset. And I want to take, like, an upset here. I don't want to take Topotic to go last in the group, though. And that looks like what it's trending towards if I take Ricky Beast to go. But I think I'm going to lean towards a Ricky Beast 2-1. Unknown Dark Horse player. But clearly very good at the game. So we will take Ricky Beast. Maybe a 2-1. I think Topotic probably beats this guy in moving. But I think Ricky Beast can pull off the comeback. So we'll take a Ricky Beast 2-1. Debre versus Ricky Beast is also an interesting one. Out of this group, I would actually say Armani might be the best NMPZ player, which is interesting because I think Debre and Topotic are both quite good. But I think Topotic's better at no move, right? And Armani strictly plays NMPZ, pretty much. Prior to this, I'm pretty sure bro only really plays NMPZ. So I will probably take Debre here. I think Debre is probably better at moving. And I don't know about the no move aspect. But let's go with a Debre 2-0. Alright, Armani versus Topotic. This could be interesting. I think the group might shake out this way. I think Topotic probably wins the moving game. And I think Topotic can definitely take one off of Armani. It's either going to be a 2-0 or 2-0. Or, sorry, 2-0 or 2-1, in my opinion. Then last one here, Debre versus Armani. I think I'm going with the same logic here. I think if Topotic's going to win this, it's going to be a 2-0. If Armani's going to win this one, it's going to be a 2-1. Because I think NMPZ is probably, like, where Armani shines the best. So I'm seeing a 2-2-1-1 split here. And based off of game score, I believe Debre will have the edge. So it's probably going to be Debre, Armani, Ricky Beast, Topotic, I think, would be my prediction. So I would say my order for this is Debre, Armani, Ricky Beast, Topotic. But like underrating Topotic this much, I could definitely see him just taking the whole group. Like this is a tough group for me to predict, I think. It's definitely the most volatile, in my opinion, in terms of the competitors that we have there, because each has their own strengths and weaknesses, and I think they play off of each other pretty interestingly. So Group B is playing right after Group A on Friday, yes, and then Saturday is Group C and D. Let's focus on Group C now. I would probably say Crooks versus Kodiak. I think Crooks is a relatively unknown player to me. I know he's very good. I don't really know him personally, but I know very good pros in the community have definitely talked him up. So I think this could go either way, to be honest. I think Kodiak's like really good at moving, as Ziggy said. I have seen Kodiak very much so excel at moving. He's obviously the world champion that they had in France there with Blinky. I think Crooks can win the no move. Yeah, he's very good in Brazil and Russia. And I think Crooks can take this, so I'm going to pick Crooks here. 2-1. So Blinky and Wolf Trekker. I think Blinky takes this. He's probably the superior moving player here. And, I mean, all around, I would say Blinky is probably the best all-around player. So I would probably have to take a Blinky 2-0 here. Not to discount Wolf Trekker at all, but I think Blinky is just a different animal. Like, he's like prime LeBron James right now. And he's been grinding his ass off, so, like, I can't foresee anything besides a Blinky 2-0. I would love to be surprised and get the Group C to be shaken up a little bit, but we'll see moving into it. All right, Wolf Trekker versus Kodiak. I think I have Kodiak here. Most likely a better moving player. I could see a Kodiak 2-0 or 2-1. I think I'm going to take a 2-0 for Kodiak here, and he bounces back after the loss to Crooks in the first match. Blinky versus Kodiak. I think Blinky has the edge in moving. Kodiak is still obviously nothing to be scoffed at in terms of moving. But I would probably say Blinky. I would say Blinky here, and I don't think that's too controversial to say. I'll say Blinky runs the table in this group. It's the Blinky revenge. It's Blinky revenge season. Like, bro went to 5 games in the finals last year. Like, it's Blinky revenge season. And Wolf Trekker versus Crooks. I think Crooks can take this. So I'm going Crooks. And we're going to take him in a 2-1 fashion. Once again. All right. Now this one, Blinky versus Crooks. I think this really matters. I think Blinky obviously just wins the moving game. Like, I don't know how good Crooks' skill is in moving at all. From what I've heard, he's a no-move player mostly. So I will take Blinky. Can Crooks win the no-move? I think it is possible. So I'm going to take a Blinky 2-1. Now, moving on to Group D. So I have Blinky making it out. Sorry, let's go back to Group C. I have Blinky making it out first place. We got Crooks in second, Kodiak in third, Wolf Trekker in fourth. And then we're going on to Group D here. I think this is an interesting group as well. Just like Group B, I think we could see some surprises. I don't really know Mata as a player. I have played against Kratzo a few times. I know he definitely started off as like a French moving player for sure. And I think around this time last year, he was like mostly playing moving, but he's definitely grinded his ass off in both no move and NMPZ. And in duels, I see him mostly queuing for NM and NMPZ recently, just to try to get better at that. So I think Kratzo probably wins the moving game to start off. He can win the no move, I would say. So it's either going to be a Kratzo 2-0 or 2-1 for me. I will probably take the 2-0 though. Moving on to Gelotris versus Lenly. Gelotris, probably my closest friend that's in the tournament. Cool guy. Old, just like me, I would say. So we both got that old buff, just like Consus. Everybody's old. Lenly, I think he's very skilled as well, and I rate him pretty highly, I would say, amongst this team. So I'm probably going to lean a Lenly 2-1, because I think Lenly can win the moving game, Gelotris wins the no move, and then Lenly wins the NMPZ. So I think I'm probably going to take Lenly 2-1. Even though I love my boy Gelotris, I think I have to pick Lenly here. And Lenly versus Mata, I will probably be taking Lenly again. I would love to see surprises from the challengers here, like guys that weren't in the World Cup last year, but I definitely rate players based off of how much I know them, which I don't know if is the best method. Like, people could just come out and surprise me. Like, Sazalik could just go crazy, Mata could just go crazy. Like, who knows? But I'm mostly listening to other pros when I make these predictions as well. So I'm going to take a Lenly 2-0 here. Gelotris versus Mata. I will take my boy here. Gelotris, we're getting a 2-0. Lenly versus Kratzo. I think Lenly probably wins. And I think he can make it out of the group. Like, he made top 8 last year, as did Gelotris, of course. So I'm going to take Lenly here in a 2-0 fashion. And Gelotris versus Kratzo, I'm going to give it to Gelotris here. And hope my guy requalifies. And I think he can take it in 2-0 or 2-1. Do I want to go 2-0 or 2-1? I'm going to take a 2-1 here because I think Kratzo could steal the moving game. All right, so Group A, no surprise, I got Contis coming in first. Barbar Binks in second. Sazalik in third. Alok in fourth. Group B, Debre in first. Armani in second. I believe Ricky Beast in third. Topotic in fourth. And then in Group C, I have Blinky Revenge Arc in first. Crookston second, Kodiak in third, Wolftrekker in fourth. I think these two could possibly be switched. Like, Kodiak and Crooks is definitely going to be like the pivotal match, I would say, in that group. And obviously we can see upsets as well, but I think just primarily that's what it's going to come down to. And then Group D, I have Lenly. I was thinking of putting Gelotris there, but we'll go Lenly, Gelotris, Kratzo, and then Mata. All right, so that would make our last chance games. I'll just go over the potential matchups here. If Sazalik plays Ricky Beast, I think Ricky Beast can win. I wonder if it's a best of 5 or if it's like a best of 3. I will say Ricky Beast. I'll say Ricky Beast 2-1. If he plays Kodiak, I will take Kodiak 2-0 if it's a best of 3. And if he plays Kratzo, I will take Kratzo 2-1. So if this matchup happens, then we get a Kodiak versus Kratzo. And I will take a Kodiak 2-0. If this matchup happens, then we get a Ricky Beast versus Kratzo. And I will take a Ricky Beast 2-1. If this matchup happens, then we get a Kodiak versus Ricky Beast. And I'll take a Kodiak 2-0. Let me reformat this. 2-1. Ricky Beast 2-1. I don't want to be chalky and just put Blinky versus Consus. That's like... But it might happen. All right. These are my predictions, guys. Let's see if... we'll come back to these after the regionals are over, and we'll see what the verdict is and how I did. And we'll look at it. And I'll probably do a recap video as well. Thank you guys for watching. Those are some of my very unqualified predictions for the EMEA Regionals. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And let me know your thoughts down below on who you guys think is going to be doing well in the EMEA bracket. See ya.